Good morning students, welcome you all for online classes. In previous video we have discussed about how to store the array elements and how to print those array elements. Okay, today we will see the concept on representation of linear array and or one dimensional array. Linear array we can call one dimensional array and also can call single dimensional array. Okay, this definition we have already discussed. Here we have to observe two things. One is memory location, another one is index. The elements of an array are referenced respectively by an index number, a of 0, a of 1, 2, 3 and so on, set consisting of n consecutive numbers. The element of the array are respectively in successive memory locations. Okay, they have to store their respective of memory locations, followed by which data type you are using. If you are using int, so it requires either 2 bytes or 4 bytes. Okay, if you are using char, so it will going to allocate only 1 byte in computer memory. Now here we have to calculate the given array size. Okay, the number of n elements is called length or size. In previous video we have discussed. Here I have written n, right? N represents what? Array size. The length or numbers of elements of the array can be obtained from the index set by the formula when LB is equal to 0. LB means lower bound. Here, see here I have written here LB. LB means lower bound starting position, and upper bound UB is what? At the end of the position. So higher end we are going to represent as upper bound, and lower bound means starting position we are going to represent as lower bound. So there are two formula we are getting. One is when LB is equal to 0 means index value starting with 0. We can use this formula. Here we don't know what is the size of this array. This we have to calculate. Okay, how to calculate? Check the condition. LB is equal to 0 means array starts with index number 0. Here you have to use UB minus LB, upper bound minus lower bound plus 1 to make. So now in this case apply the formula. UB value is how much? 4. So here you have to write 4. And what about LB value? Lower bound value is 0 means starting position. So 0 minus, and here plus. This one is constant number, plus 1 fixed. Okay, now 4 minus 0 how much? 4. 4 plus 1 is equal to, what is the size? 5. So here we have to write 5. Okay, now check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the size? The given array 5. How you have calculated? With the help of this formula. When to use this formula? When lower bound equal to 0. Now in this case when LB is equal to what? 1. Lower bound value is what? 1. So again consider another example. Array name is A, then lower bound value is what? Here 1, isn't it? In previous example here 0, but now in this example we are considering 1. So when lower bound is equal to 1, apply this formula. Length is equal to what? UB. What is the value of UB? Upper bound value 5. So you got the array size 5. So in this way we have to calculate given array size, okay, or given arrays length. I hope you understood this concept. Let's move on to the next. How to represent. See, this is our memory, okay, and these all are values. In previous example we have seen 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, here we are considering 10, 100, 20, 500, 600. These all are values, and see here these all are what? Index number. Now index number starts with what? 1. So we can represent first position as lower bound, and the higher position we can represent upper bound. These all are memory addresses: 1000, 1002, 4, 6, 8. Okay, these all are in bytes. So this is called what? Representation of an array in memory. How to calculate the array size? Using previous formula. Okay, now we'll come back to in array types. There are two types of arrays. One is single dimensional array, another one is multi-dimensional array. In multi-dimensional array it will come two-dimensional array. Okay, two-dimensional means what? It is the simplest form of multi-dimensional array is called two-dimensional array, or you can say array of array is known as 2D array. How to represent a single dimensional array? With the help of one square box or one square box. Okay, and in case two-dimensional array, what we can call two square box. This is one box. 2D means two square box will come. So this we can call two-dimensional array. With the help of these brackets we can understand that given array is two-dimensional array, and it is also known as matrix. Two-dimensional array we can also call matrix. Matrix can be represented as a table of rows and columns. So two boxes we can call, first box represent as row and second box represent as columns. Okay, declaration of two-dimensional array: data type followed by array name, then two square box. Here you have to give the array size. Now data type we can take int, then array name AITM, then size of the row and size of the column. Here size of the row is 3 and size of the column is 4. It means 3 rows. First box represents as row and second box represent as column. So 3 rows are there. So 0, 1, 2. These all are row. These 3 represents to row and this 4 represents to column. How many columns? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 column. How many rows? 1, 2, 3 rows. Isn't it? In this way we have to represent our two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array is called what? Array of array is known as two-dimensional array, and also we can call matrix. So in matrix, rows and columns are represented. See, initialization of two-dimensional array. How to initialization? See here, row size is 3 and column size is 4. Row size is 3, first row, second row and third row. Here I will name 1, 2 and 3. Okay, these 3 rows are represented here. And what about 4? 4 are columns. First column, second column, third column, and this one is fourth column. So how to initialization of this two-dimensional array? With the help of bracket. This is main bracket, and inside you have to represent given arrays. First you have to understand what is the size of the two-dimensional array. 3 rows means you have to write first, second, third. Okay, and here I am going to take 4 columns. Okay, 4 columns means 4 column. Now how many columns are here? 3. Now I am going to write 4 column. First row is complete. Then second one is, here we have to start writing 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this bracket will not come, it will come at the end of the array. Okay, now second row is over, then comma, close the bracket and then put comma. Then third row you have to insert. So here 9, 10, 11 and 12. So close the bracket, then close the main bracket here. So this will call what? Initialization of two-dimensional array. Here, see here, I have written main bracket followed by sub brackets. This is row representation and this is column representation. Total size is 3 and 4. So this is our matrix table. Here index number is A of 0, A of 0. A is means array name, row 0, then column 0. Then in first column array name, row is what? 0th row, then first column. In second row is 0, means 0 row, then column number is 2, then same row column number is 3, but here it will going to change. Here 1 means what? Row number 1, then column number 0, row number 1, row number 1, row number 1, then column number is 1 followed by second and third. In this way we have to represent initialization of two-dimensional array. Okay, now take one example. Initialization. Here what is the two-dimensional array size? Anybody can guess? 3 and 2. 3 means what? 3 rows. 2 means 2 columns. Here first row, second row and third row. Columns, first column, second column, first column, second, first and second column. Here I have taken 2 variables, I and j. I represents what? Row. I represents row index and j represents column index. Okay, so here we have to take 2 for loops. In previous example we have taken only 1 for loop because 1 index value we have taken, but here 2 index values are there, so 2 for loop we have to take. One is per row wise, another one is per column wise. Okay, see here table. How many rows? 3 rows. 0 starting with 0 index, 0, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3 rows, column number 2. Starting with 0 and 1, 1, 2. Column represents j and these rows represents I. In this video I am not going to show you how to store these elements because previous video most of the people you are not seen. You are not seen means you are not interested to see such kind of examples. Okay, so in this video directly I am skipping. here I equal to 0, then I value starts with 0. I represents what? Rows, j represents columns. So both values are initially 0, so 0 and 0. Less than I is what? 3. I less than 3, then I plus plus. It will going to increment. Okay, I less than 3 means condition we have to apply. What is our row size? 3. This condition we have to write. Row size is 3. This one is column size is 2. Okay, both conditions are true. Execute this condition. Printf %d. Then we have to fetch that index wise row index and j index values with the help of array name. It will going to print your values. If I write here a of 0 and a of 0 and j of 0, so what is the output will come here? This example, if you understand the previous example, then only it will you are going to understand. Otherwise you will not understand anything. Okay, and this array name is a of 0 0. See here a of 0 0, what is the value here? A of 0 0. This speed will going to print. Okay, here we have already initialized these values to array. So here 5 will going to 5 is stored, here 4 is stored. Next one is 8. 8 is in second row, 2 is second column, and 6 third row, and 7 in second column. So I value is 0, then j value is 0. What is the index of this array value? A of 0 0 means a of 0 0. What is the value? 5. 5 will going to print on your console window. Next, j increment. J value is what? 0. Now j value is 1. Apply the condition. 1 plus 2 is how much? 1 less than 2 is true? Yes, it is true. Then execute this. So now put the j value here. A of 0 comma 1. A of 0 comma 1 is how much? 4. 4 will going to print. Then j increment. After incrementing a j value is how much? 2 less than 2. Condition true is false. Condition is false. Execute the next increment the I value. Now I value is 1 less than 3. Condition is true. Yes, execute this statement. Okay, so in this case, in this way all the array elements are going to display. Let's see this example in our program. Compile gcc 2d.c. compilation is done. Now execute that statement. 5 4 8 2 6 7. First row, second row, and third row. See the program. This is our program. Now to array name is A, 3 rows, second column, and how to initialize array elements in this parenthesis. This whole parenthesis represents first row, and this is second row, and this one is third row. So we required 3 rows. here 3 rows we have initialized, and we required 2 columns. First column, second column, first column, second column. Okay, we have initialized. 2 variables we required, one is I and j. I represents to row, j represents to column. Apply the condition. Here row is how much? 3, so 3 we have to write. Then column is how much? 2, so here we have to write column size 2. Then execute the following statement: a of I and j. This /t is nothing but tab. Your output should be displayed tab here, right? So for this purpose we are using tab. If we are not using a tab, what will happen? Check. Compile, execute. See here, number will showing like this: 548267. So while avoiding this conflict, we have to use here /t. Okay, now compile this. See here, now values are coming: 5 tab space 4, 8 tab space 2. Okay, this is what initialization of 2-dimensional array and representation of linear array in memory. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Thank you.